What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Neuroglancer Spelunker video guide. Today, the proofreading that we are going to be going over, it is proofreading cells like this. So this is a Neurite that clearly needs some proofreading done, but sometimes it can be difficult to locate exactly where the continuation for a Neurite like this is. So it's of a pretty decent size, so we can probably safely say that it does go somewhere. So this will be a shorter video, and the reason I say that is because there really isn't much to investigate, but there are key places you're going to want to look, or else you might get kind of stuck looking in the wrong place. So the first thing that sticks out to me is this part here. Now, this part sticks out because this is a right angle. As you see, we have another right angle here. This is not exactly a right angle, but this sort of angle here. We have this angle here, and this end is suspicious as well. So this end, I put little point pairs on each one. Or not pairs, just regular points. So we could go through those with the brackets. So this was the first one I looked at because it is a thick branch coming to an angle, and when things do that, usually there's something coming off them. So if we get rid of this, as you can see, something was going in that direction. So I investigated that, but it looks like a lot of these are shorter branches, even though their thickness is more than normal. So we're going to check that. As you can see, there's a little bit of a jump. It goes through a swirl of the membranes, and then it kind of dissipates. So the next thing I'm looking at is maybe this, but that's kind of thin, and this branch is kind of thin as well. In fact, I would say that this is probably a merger, but we're looking for a continuation at this time instead of a merger, and even if it was a merger, it is quite a small one at that, which we could determine at a different time. So now I'm interested in this end and that end because I thought this was the strongest case, but I was wrong. So I'm going to check here because this goes into a bouton, but this is kind of angling to the left here. So we're going to check that. And it looks like there was a slide error, but I can't see a continuation from here. So unfortunately, it looks like this is a dead end. But that's okay, we still have two more, and it was actually the last place I checked that was the continuation, which makes sense because you find the continuation in the last place that you look. So this area was interesting to me because this is quite a thick branch, but the theme of this neuron is short, stockier branches. As you can see, there is a bit of a merger here. So some of these bits are merged, but that is, again, a smaller type of merger. And it looks like this is just a naturally thicker branch. So this is also an interesting piece here, but again, the motif of this Neurite was smaller, stockier branches. And now we have this sort of branch amalgam that if we scroll through, we can see that there's a few options. There's this one, which is negative, that one, which looks like it continues a bit, but not too much. We have this, you can see my annotation point, you probably know where this is going. And then we have here. So here you can see this error was probably involved in the disconnection of this, but we don't know why, but this is a pretty clear connection. We're going to click that. As you can see, this branch fits pretty perfectly in this blue cell. If we turn it off, You can kind of see there's a gap in this blue cell. This blue cell also has the telltale elbow curving into a point on both sides. And as we've discussed in some of those other videos, that is typically where a branch is going to be. The overall structure of this branch is very similar to the structure of these other branches, very lumpy, stocky, short, nubby branches. And it generally fits the morphology of the cell. The connection is very clear. And that is how I would go about trying to find where a interesting neurite would go. I would systematically go with my gut first. So my gut told me here, my gut was wrong, bad gut. Then I would check over here on the end, check over here on the end, and then check each branch coming off of the main branch. So I would consider this to be the main branch when I was starting, but we found out that it was actually this was the main branch. And because this main branch ended over here, we knew that probably it was going this way or that way. We ruled that one out and we found the correct path. So I hope this neurite tracing proofreading video was helpful to you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.